previously.
What the fuck are you doing, mate? If I'd had a gun on board yesterday, I probably nearly would have fired a shot at you.
Throwing a banana on Squeezy's roof and what he's done to us. He's playing a dangerous game, the boy, he really is.
Where's that Squeezy? I've been on the run, but I'm looking at a limping deer here and I'm hungry, so it'd be rude not to take the kill, I reckon.
Does he think I'm an idiot? We do have radars, Bryce. I can see you.
It's lobster season in the waters off Tasmania's rugged coast.
We got a bit of a head start on the boys, which is a bonus.
I wish we could swap boats. I've cheated and now I'm going home to unload.
That's a pretty lazy 78.5 grand check for you.
Fucking thank you, mate.
We're fishermen. We always want more. More's always good. More lobsters, the better.
2, 0, 1.
3 hardcore lobstermen are battling for the biggest catch and the best price.
At the end of the day, it's a business, so you're very competitive.
10. Just these 2 little restaurant deals, we're talking around $25,000.
What's the beach price?
Oh, no good news at the moment.
Just got quoted $37 for brindles. That's just not acceptable. I'm over this shit. I really am. I'm over this shit.
Hurry up a little bit, old boy.
What?
Hurry up a bit, man.
Well, get that charcoal off then if you want to hurry up.
It's the calm before the next storm on the south coast. Snotty and the boys have a small weather window
Shackles off.
to put lobsters in the tank and money in the bank before the wild weather rolls in from the west.
Pot's in front of us, is it? You got better eyes than me, mate.
Nah, you're all right.
Snotty's handshake deal with buyer Steve still stands. $50 per kilogram, no matter the lobster's size. So to get the most bang for his buck, he's going for weight, not quantity.
You get in around the rocks and the lobster size increases. It's the dangerous game. It is dangerous. Like, it's high risk, but high reward.
Got a good sized beetle in him. Oh, good beetle. Good beetle.
Your concentration levels have got to be up all the time when you sort in around like all these bits like this where it's really shallow and you start wandering off and thinking about something, you'll come unstuck real quick.
Good fish. Not a bad dog.
Nice one, mate. If we got one of them every pot, it'd be 100 kilo shot.
Snotty's plan to fish in close, where the big ones live, is on track.
Once you get to know an area, like, you know where you can get them back, in what sort of conditions.
I see colour in that. We'll take him, mate.
We'll take him over. It's just all really comes down to experience. Like, you can't just come and do it. You can come and do it, but your boat probably won't be floating for long.
Oh, here comes another one, hang on. Fucking oath.
5 hours to the northwest, a massive low-pressure system is engulfing the west coast. The wider fleet has fled south, leaving the bold contender.
The swell's making all the time. It's not a very nice place to be.
And the chieftain to brave it out in increasingly treacherous conditions.
This shot we're hoping to get, probably around the 150 would be a lot more ideal. And in that way, that's basically the lobster shack order done. We've got Muir's order in the tank. The lobster shack order's nearly done. But there's a lot of reasons that fishermen won't line up smaller buyers. And it's because when I come back to shore, there's no guarantee that they even want my fish. But I'm young enough and I'm willing enough to gamble. They'll take them.
Yesterday, the brindle price plummeted to $37 per kilogram. Bryce's move to lock in direct deals with restaurants for $45 per kilogram is looking like a masterstroke.
We got 200 yesterday, and then 150 this morning would be handy. But with a pot like that, we won't get there.
Pulled a few crows out the first few pots. Nothing spectacular though.
The storm front terrorising the west coast is set to intensify throughout the day. Productive fishing in these conditions is next to impossible.
The west coast is unforgiving. There's nothing stopping the water at all in the Southern Ocean. It's just straight to Tasmania. So whatever happens with the weather system, you can be caught out. You got 5-6 metre waves, 40-50 knots coming. You seriously are in danger. You just need to be ahead of the game when it comes to the weather. The lobsters, they won't get in your pots. They know it's coming as well. They're a smart little creature. Just chuck them in the middle for us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Today will be Bryce's last shot on the west coast before he heads for the calmer waters of the south.
It's not an option not to catch this fish for this order.
$65.
65 off the first half. Second half's on a completely different bottom, so much slower here. I sort of had high hopes for this piece than I did the other piece, so every extra day we're out here, every extra anything, it's just cost us more money.
If I don't get 200 this morning, I'm going to be disappointed because we're going to miss a day shot travelling down to the south coast. So I want this night shot to be big. 200, come on, babe. I would have liked a few more days up here fishing, especially on the reds, if the weather allowed us, but it's not going to allow us now for the next week. So there's no point being here. We don't know what the price is going to do on the brindles, so we'll start heading towards home.
While Snoddy aims for weight over numbers, and Bryce is fishing to order for the restaurants, Squizzy has decided to go all in on volume. He's praying to the lobster gods for a price rise.
West Coast has been good to us this trip, and you know, the price never goes out of the back of my mind. You know, I'm thinking it all the time. We need it to go up. Guys, yep.
It's not just a battle between skippers. There's also a battle raging between the fishermen and the buyers. Good intel is key to winning the war.
Bryce.
Yo, how you going?
All right. Who are you selling to, you know, or not?
I'm not sure.
To keep tabs on prices, skippers are in constant contact with one another.
All right. No worries. There's multiple buyers in Tasmania, and of late, I have shared it around between buyers. At the end of the day, I'm going to chase the highest dollar. And at the moment, it's all a gamble.
His trip is near its end. He's heading home in 2 days. He still can't find a price that will cover his costs, let alone turn a profit.
It jumps like this at the moment. Just a stressful time.
So far this morning we're going all right. We've pot of 10, pot of 8, pot of 5, we've only pulled 5 pots. Be nice to keep that average up. That one there was 10.
Another 10. Yeah, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. We're looking good. Touch wood. These pots we're pulling now are our shallow ones, what are on the reds. My fishing has changed over the last 3 years. It's driven by market, where we're sort of probably catching 70-80% brindles. Now we've gone a lot more reds, just because the price difference is, you just got to target them.
But catching the more lucrative reds comes with a huge risk.
At the end of the day, this is all tactics. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Size?
These spots are just shit.
They're no good.
I left them out where they was, Cobber. I left them out where they was.
I think our 200's looking a little bit sad at the moment. Just like I've been saying, once the swell kicks, the reds go quiet. They don't come out of their holes. I wish I just listened to myself. That's what happens when you try to chase extra $5 a kilo. Sometimes that $5 a kilo costs you everything because you don't catch any.
Good fish, old boy.
We're not getting a lot, mate, but no way. I think old Ryan, he looks pretty happy out there this morning because he's never been in here and he's just like, he's pumped. You can tell he's pumped. Well, I can tell. He's happy.
That was in a good hole.
Yeah, that's better than others that looked. The little pot, mate. They like the little pots.
This weight at the moment's probably the same weight as just 100 little ones, really, so I'd rather catch bigger fish and not as much quality over quantity.
There's nothing better than seeing a nice big lobster in a pot. Like, you're just like, mate, he's been down there for 30 years and you've caught him.
Fucking nice fishing that this morning.
Snoddy, Kai and Ryan are halfway through their in-close shot. And they're pulling some of the biggest lobsters they've seen all trip.
2.5.
2.5. Put him in.
Tractors.
I got respect for the big lobsters. Like, I think he deserves to be worth more money, to be honest with you, because he's spent a lot of time on the bottom dodging these lobster pots. So, good on him. He's smart.
He's 2.5. So chuck him in.
You know, obviously, he weren't so smart last night.
The first half of Snoddy's night shot bags 63 lobsters.
I don't even know what they weigh. There was 12 of them over 2 kilos. So there's 30 kilo just with them 12.
Spirits on the Anson's Bay are at an all-time high after one cash-in and 23 days at sea. But on the Bold Contender,
Hockey's been in that.
Squizzy and Tabor's mood matches the gloomy weather.
Fucking can't you finally get one, they fuck it.
What?
Because you fucked up and you said I'm fucking shallow.
Tabor just tells it as it is. If he don't like something, he'll let you know.
We had a winning thing going yesterday afternoon and I fucked with it. I want me fucking head red.
We're like a married couple. We fight. Been married 50 years and we have bitch and piss off but we just still work together and we get on well together, but we do have them conflicts. We're halfway through. We've got about 70 or 80 lobsters in the bin. I'm nowhere near my target. I stuffed up. I got sucked into going for a few reddish ones again and paid the price. Sometimes you make bad decisions. You can't be perfect all the time. Like Tabor, he's always perfect. Always right.
He's fucked it.
A good deckhand will earn you money, a bad one will cost you a shitload. And there's not many deckhands around like him.
Deckhands are the lifeblood of the lobster industry. Tabor started as a deckie at age 15. He joined the Bold Contender crew 8 years ago.
Deckhands normally get paid by a percentage of the catch, whether it's 10%, 15%. But the more lobsters you catch and the higher price you get, the more money they get. If a deckhand gets on the right boat, they can earn 100,000 in 100 days.
It can be a lucrative but physically taxing job. Most deckies have a limited shelf life, before the rigours of sea take their toll.
Only thing I'm worried about, mate, is he's starting to get old. And I know he's got to come in here and have a bit of a go. Dave is he's skippering now. One of the reasons why Tabor's got his ticket and moving forward on the bowl contender is because I know I've got to give him an opportunity, otherwise there's 10 people who want to hire him.
There you go, kiddies, didn't get paid for that one.
So I've got to really look after him. I've got a lot of respect for him, and I see him in our future on the bowl contender. So what do? We try and train someone up younger? But they've got to have the attitude to do that. And the biggest problem we've got at the moment, the money's not there to train someone up. I'd love to have a young fella on here getting trained by both of us now. Because that's what the future needs. We need some young guys coming into the industry, but at the moment, the way the uncertainty in the world and uncertainty in the market just does not allow that.
Jockey! A lobster jockey is a lobster that's on the outside of the pot. It's ridden that pot the whole way up from the deep, all the way back to the boat.
Well, he's extra excited now. Is it sized is the question.
If you get it, it's meant to be a lucky spot.
Is it sized?
Woo! The rest of the trip will be mint now.
So here we go, this little piece here, this little rock here, it's going to be Lockie's rock. If you get a jockey, you get the rock named after you.
To me, a jockey is a sign that there's lobster there. There's no luck, there's no nothing, it's just a lobster on the outside of a pot.
Bryce could be right. The first half of their shot produced only 65 lobsters. If they have any hope of hitting their target of 150 and filling the last of their lobster shack order, they'll need a strong second half.
Yes, lobs in the pot, that's what we want. 7 out of that pot.
Winner, chicken dinner. One, 3, 0.
You want 30?
I reckon we're on the way to 130. It's nearly time to start from the third bin.
We've got 11 out of that pot. 1 to go.
What's in the last fucking pot?
What have we got? Lobos!
Perfect. That's it. We're on the steam. Have a guess how many?
136.
136?
136.
The second half of the Chieftain shot is a vast improvement on the first. They'll end up only 9 short of their target.
Looking at our numbers here, I believe we have about 703 brindles.
But the total number of lobsters is not as important as the weight. To pull off his direct restaurant deals, Bryce needs 550 kilograms of brindles. If he miscalculates the weight of his catch, he could come up short, and that could jeopardise everything.
The problem is, a lobster will lose weight when you leave it sitting in a tank, and then we don't have enough.
The beach price been playing on my mind a fair bit, so I'm just going to ring around and see what's on offer. That's all I can do.
The lobster market is perpetually volatile. Squizzy's last offer was $45 for reds and $37 for brindles.
Hopefully things have changed. We need things to go up. We need them to go up, and we need them to go up fast.
Hi, Squizzy. How you going?
Good, Mel. Yourself?
Overnight, Squizzy received a lead on a new mystery lobster buyer.
Now, I was just ringing up to see if you were chasing any lobsters and what's the beach price? I was hoping you were hanging out for some fish. This is a stressful job. It takes a toll on you. I reckon we'd have probably about 1,500 kilos, I reckon.
Okay, all right, so that seems like a pretty decent breakdown.
This is a premium product, so I've got to go where the best price is.
Yeah, all right. So we are at 45 for brindle all in, 50 for reds all in.
But that's the best price I've been offered, so you're keen for them then?
Oh, definitely keen for your fish.
Yep, no worries, all right.
Yep.
Lock me in, Mel. I'm coming to you, baby. All right, you made me day. Appreciate it. You have a nice day.
You too.
Because I'm going to have a better one now. Thank you.
No worries. All right, talk soon.
Thank you, bye. Yeah, baby! Yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Taves, just got a big pay rise.
Well, that's not the worst news I've had today.
Mate, that's a win. That is a win.
I don't care what you think you got. It's not fair what you think you thought. That's how it goes. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my
9 red ones. Look at this pot, baby. Oh, yeah! Fucking heavy. Right now, for the first time in a week, I feel a little bit de-stressed. Like I could have a beer and smile. 181, 19 short of my target, but mixture of brindles and a few reds. We come back at the end, so that was pretty good. Just that middle shallow ground hurt us severely. We would have got well over 200 if I had them in deeper water. As you can see, the weather has deteriorated a fair bit, so we'll head down to the south coast, a bit closer to home. We've got a couple of days to go. Can't wait.
Looking at our numbers here, I believe we have about 703 brindles. Now, Muers want 250 kilo and Lobster Shack want 300. Now, weight-wise, I don't see them weighing under 800 grams average, so at 800 grams by 703, we're looking at 562.4 kilo. Now, we only needed 550.
We filled the Lobster Shack and the Muers order, but the payday is not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed until these lobsters leave the boat and get in their possession.
That means we've done it. Finito.
But we still got all these reds on the boat that I've got nothing to do with yet. We need to find a buyer.
It's now a matter of, we've got 765 reds. Now, if I was to sell Salco, we've now got the problem of those reds are worth less than my brindles. It's quite funny that I've got my brindles sold for a good price and I'm going to make money on them, and now my reds are meant to be the ones worth money, and I may have to sit on them.
The last offer Bryce received was $42 per kilogram for the larger reds. $3 a kilo less than his restaurant brindle deal.
Yeah, I really want to supply Salco my red lobster, but at the same time, if they're not going to come to the table with a price, I won't sell to them. I don't have to, I'm not obliged to, but it's just disappointing that the price is so low. We can't accept anything under $50 a kilo for them. It is not worth our time.
At the moment, if I don't get 50 a kilo for the reds, I'm sleeping with the fishies. So,
I've got my little forward-facing transducer going with an alarm on it, so if anything comes up too shallow, I'll get a little bit of a pre-warning that there's something there, and hopefully I had enough time to slam her into reverse and stop her before we hit something, so.
Snotty's instinct to fish in close for the big weighty reds is paying off.
Happy?
It's dangerous work, but he's added 63 giants to his tank.
That's got to be the biggest fish I've ever seen, I reckon.
He has 26 pots left to pull, and they're set in even closer.
If we happen to hit a rock and get stuck on the rocks or sink, I mean, look what's here. What do you just, where do you go? Like, you're on the rocks, you got nothing.
We are miles and miles and miles from anywhere. If we had to walk somewhere, it'd just be, geez, it'd take you 10 days to walk to civilisation, I reckon.
And I'm trying to keep everyone here safe. Like, that's my job. I've got to keep everyone safe. So we're still doing dangerous shit, like really dangerous shit. But I'm prepared to take the gamble with what I do and what I know and keep us safe all at the same time. So there's a lot of shit going through your head. I feel like the rope's coming back this way, mate.
I can't see nothing at the minute.
That sun's in the cunt of a spot, mate.
I can't see nothing.
I can't see much either.
She's over here, old boy.
I think I might need to fucking run over this, have I?
Yeah, I think, yeah. Can you fucking throw me in the grapple?
I've run the rope over and it's heading under the boat. It's going from the bow to the stern to where the prop is.
Keep it out of gear, we're still dragging it, I think. I don't know what your rope's going to be like.
We do not want that going around the prop and us being stuck there and end up on the rocks.
Fuck me. Fuck me.
Can you throw me in the grapple? Keep it out of gear.
I've run the rope over.
No, get it, mate.
And we don't want that rope getting anywhere near that prop. So I'm having to reverse off this flat out.
Yep, that's got him.
Oh, you fucking beauty.
Obviously, if I hadn't spotted it quick enough and ended up around the prop, well, who knows where we'd be now.
Oh, boy!
Oh, what the fuck? No, sharks. We've only got one more pot left here to go, and I'll measure these last few in and work out how many roughly kilo we got.
Fuck, that's a good fish.
Mate!
I bet she's a weighty fish as well.
Yeah, he's pretty meaty. 2-4.
I'm hoping it's 100 for the morning. That's just a nice number. Triple figures is nice, especially the size of it. We'll see what old Bugger Lugs comes up with here.
25.
25, that's good. That gives us 103. Perfect. I'll work out how many kilo we got.
Not the most fish we've had for a shot, but definitely the best quality we've had. I reckon, what's that, 25, 103 fish for the morning, but they would have well gone over 103 kilos, so yeah, it's better than the other two shots we've had down the south coast for sure.
I worked them out at about 117 kilos.
Yeah.
So.
Like, that's a good average. That's a good average for where we're fishing. Like, that's weight. That's what we're after. We get paid on weight, and we've got weight this morning.
Snotty's haul cements his top spot on the tally board. With Squizzy and Bryce steaming to the south, there's no time for a day shot. They won't catch Snotty today.
Just going to give Sacco another buzz. Just seems like everyone else's prices are up. Every day is different. Like every 8 hours, the price can change in the market. You can gain 5, lose 10. You just don't know.
There's 3 parts to being a fisherman. You've got the catching, the selling, and then the maintenance. Now, the middle part, the selling, can just be the biggest pain in the ass.
Bryce has taken a punt and pre-sold his entire brindle catch for almost $25,000 directly to restaurants. But he's yet to lock in a buyer for his bigger red lobsters, which make up the bulk of his load.
$50 a kilo to me is a very reasonable price for a premium product like the Southern Rock Lobster. Glenn got 50, Squizzy's probably organised a few fish at 50, so we deserve 50 too.
Got to check with Blakey to see what they're doing.
Hey Bryce, how are you, mate?
Good, Blakey, yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. First day back in the office for a while, so it's been a bit hectic.
Yeah, I reckon. There'd be paperwork everywhere.
Price up this morning, mate. 53 for under small, under 800 grams, and 45 over.
So all our lobster, both reds and brindles, are the same. However, the markets can warrant the want for certain weight groups.
In the lobster market, weights are classified in 5 200-gram segments. Each category fetches a different price depending on what buyers want.
So it's quite complex. You've basically got 5 different sizes, 2 different colours. You've got 10 different prices for the same species of lobster.
Bryce's buyer Blakey is offering $8 more per kilo for reds under 800 grams, due to demand from the domestic and global market for smaller dinner plate-sized lobsters. The profitability of Bryce's trip all comes down to the weight of each lobster.
Hey, Lockie, come up here for a sec. I'll get the one that handles more fish than me. What do you reckon the reds will average? Yeah, over 800. Do you reckon we have many under 800 grams reds? I don't. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're thinking eight, sort of between 830 and 850.
Unfortunately, we've got the next size up. For every lobster that's 10 grams over 800 grams, I'm losing $8 a kilo.
Don't sell them, I want them.
Yep.
And I just keep trying to get that price up for you.
It was only 7 days ago we were told there was no market and we shouldn't go to sea. Now here we are with a bunch of lobster on, but we're not going to get the price that we're after.
I don't want to sit around, but there's also a lot of boats on the south coast. There's a lot of boats have left the west coast and waiting to come back up. They're all going to want to unload. I don't know who Squizzy's selling to. He's got fish on.
We can hold out for the price we want to sell them for. But with everyone heading home at the same time, you run the big risk of the processors dropping the price for the last person. And then it's a real race to get home.
That was a fucking big one.
In the fisherman's world, weather is just something that it's a part of life.
We left the weather just to fish the other weather on the south coast, because why the fuck not? Really, why not?
Hold on. South Cape, it's a beautiful place on a nice day. Couldn't hope for anything better and don't want to be anywhere else. But when that weather's shitty, you just don't want to be there.
With the market price looking up,
Yep.
Squizzy and Bryce are positioning themselves within striking distance of Margate Wharf for a rapid unload. The first one back could get the best price.
It's a gloomy old day now. We've got heavy rain, a bit of wind, the swell's making all the time. Plan is for this shot to crack the 2,000 for the trip. That's a bloody good number. Now I've got my price off the buyer and I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulder. I'm just going to have a couple more shots to make sure I beat Bryce. Just to teach the young bull not to knock the old bull out of the paddock just yet. He's been a little bit cocky. Yep. So I'm just going to make sure I bring it home.
I just feel like the real competition's between 2 people, Squizzy and myself.
We're shooting here, just... I was going to keep steaming along towards South Cape, but Squizzy was so far in front that by the time we got there, he would have had half his gear in, he would have had all the good spots.
This isn't time to stop. It's time to put more lobster on the boat and keep on moving. I want to beat Squizzy.
With the last of the chieftain's 52 pots in the water, they'll seek shelter from the south coast storm.
I smell food cooking. Hey, mate.
But tonight, we're going to be tying up with Jack and Daniel on the Booran, have some dinner with them and have a chat, have a gander. So it'll be better and a bit more fun being around people our age than it will the old timers who just want to put holes in your boat.
Yeah, that's been cooking since like 12 o'clock, mate.
Just put pork without the pork.
There's definitely a generation gap between the fleet.
Look at that. Oh,
One for the skip.
I believe right now, compared to the whole size of the fleet of about 150, there's only about 5 of us under 30.
you can have something tomorrow, bud.
You can have one, it's cold.
No, you're trying to look after your belly, mate. You're starting to fucking fill out a bit, you know.
So Jack's my age, he's 28, and he's been in the industry for 8 years. I've only been in the industry for 4. So being 2 young fishermen in the fleet, we're the up-and-comers. You know, it's nice for us young fellas to stick together, you know, at least have a conversation, talk to each other, see how you're going, and things like that. It's just definitely important.
The other day, we got to Green Island. Glenn was just in front. We got over there, it was a bit of a race, but he was at a quarter mile in front of me, and he got there first, cut in front of me, shot a few pots in front of me, went through a few of his pots, and then continued on. I was about 7 boat lengths away before we shot a pot. Right or wrong? What's the etiquette? Old timers are saying I fucked up, and my boat should have been shot at. What do you think? What's your go? Is it wrong?
I reckon if you gave fair distance between where your last spot was and your first spot was, you didn't cut anyone off, you gave them enough room, like, you're not shooting through them, shooting too close next to them, I think it's fine. Everyone's got a bit of respect, they don't shoot next to each other, through each other. You give enough room.
So Bryce may have fucked up then.
Depends how much room was left between pot to pot.
Really? Yeah. I think it comes down to pot, but I think Glenn thinks it comes down to the old timers boat etiquette of if someone's there, move on. But it was I was intrigued to know what fish were there. I was like, it was a good reef.
When you're a young fella in the industry, like when I first started, everyone's going to push you, and they'll see how far they can get until you push back. And then they realise that they can't get that with you, so then they lean off. But they'll always push and see what they can do.
Okay.
Which is what I got when I first started, like 8-9 years ago. I got pushed by a few people, and then I pushed back, and they left me alone.
Yeah. Should I, when I see him next, give him a big apology? Or is that, like you said, is that not then bending over for them?
I think it's fucking precious ground, really. Like, no one walks all over your old man.
No.
So, there should be no reason they do the same to you.
I think I did the right thing, I think, by apologising to him on the radio, but it's just one of those things, you know, like Jack said, it's... If I continuously apologise for it and say, oh, it won't happen again, does that mean he's got it over me? You know, if he sees me again fishing somewhere near an area, is he just going to barge his way in and know that I'm going to go, oh, Glenn's here now, I'll walk away? I don't know, just that age gap.
I reckon that's Glenn up there in front of us. I wish this was Bryce's boat. We could just sneak up and egg the fuck out of it. If I did that to Glenn, I reckon he would get the guns out. Could I have seen his temper?
What's going on?
Not much, mate. I've missed you. You're the first person we spoke to in 5 days.
Why wouldn't Bryce talk to you?
He threw the banana on the roof. Haven't seen him since.
Oh, haven't you? He's probably worried about the ramifications, I reckon.
They're coming.
Ah, what's your plan? What's happening?
I don't know, have a night shot tonight, one tomorrow and go in.
Yeah, that's our plan too, old boy. Just pull them in the morning, then we'll sneak up track a little bit close to home and chuck them in, have a tidy up, and that's us, I think.
Yep. Sounds a good plan.
That'll be about day 25 for me.
You've done well to hang out, mate.
Mate. Never again.
We gonna have a roast tomorrow night or what?
Fucking hell, that sounds all right, old boy.
On your boat?
Mate, you got the bigger wheelhouse, I reckon your boat. My boys don't like washing up, mate. I've got to tell them to wash up. Is Bryce invited?
Nah.
No, I would have said the same.
Yeah, no, he's invited.
I'm looking forward to seeing Bryce. He's just a cheeky little shit, really, to be honest with you. Like, it'd be good to have a yarn to him.
Starting to fucking rain, mate.
We might go drop the anchor and have our bickies and cheese.
We'll catch up here tomorrow.
See you later. Let's go!
If we end up with a whole bunch of fish here, I think no matter the weather, we'll end up staying. There's no point running from fish to find fish. We've already done that, and if we're lucky enough to come across more fish here, then we should probably stay.
Come on. The markets sound like they're starting to lift. This isn't time to stop. It's time to put more lobster on the boat. This boat has to come back with 1.5 tons at $50.
Catching buckle. Was expecting this piece to be probably twice as good as it is currently, but it could have been hit recently with all the weather that's come. Plenty of people work down here.
Just want to catch fish. That's all we want.
Wizzy. Hey mate, how are you?
How you going, mate?
Oh, not too bad. A little sleep in this morning. Spent the night with Jack and Daniel on the Booran, so.
Oh, yeah, sweet. No worries. Thought you might have been up there by yourself, so I'll bring it up, check up on you.
Oh, that's nice of you, thank you.
No worries. Oh, well, be careful. You coming back this way?
Yeah, yep.
No worries, we're having a roast with Glenn. If you want to join us, more than welcome.
Is this a truce meeting or is this a go for gold meeting?
I don't really know what's going on. I never know if Squizzy's telling me the truth.
I'm inviting you for a roast, mate.
What was that?
I'm inviting you for a roast. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I want Bryce to come. Be good to have a chat to him and stir him up. Get close to him. We'll see what happens.
A truce meeting, all right, no?
Well, truce.
I'll come to the truce meeting. You said truce, so.
Take care. Be safe. Cheers.
Roger, will do. Talk soon.
Bye.
See ya, bye. Bye. Yeah, I think that's the official invite to the tie-up for Glenn and Squiz, so he said truce. It's a truce meeting.
If this dinner turns out to be a fake and they're just there to egg us and destroy the boat, there will be a retaliation, no doubt about it.